Muted, Preston.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having troubles with this mic today. We're off to a hot start.
I think you were trying to talk to me at the beginning, but didn't hear a thing.
We're live though. Yeah, this mic is acting funny. We're live unadvised here on the Sports Animal YouTube, Facebook, and right here on our very own X account as well. I'm Preston Poole. That's Tyler Adams, and we're here to talk some ball today. That's what we're here to do. We've got SEC Media Days going on right now. Thunder announced the new plan, or I guess we should say the city of Oklahoma City announces the new plans for the new Thunder Arena.
I keep catching myself calling it the Thunder Arena. Like today we had the architect on for the project, and so when I podcasted it, I called it Thunder Arena, and then I was like, wait, no, this is Oklahoma City Arena.
Yes, funded by the city of Oklahoma City, obviously. So we'll talk about that. We'll see what else do I have here on our list. The MLB All-Star Game that was the other day. The ESPYs last night. If you watched any of that, I'm not really going to talk much about like what went on during the, who won the awards or not. But I have some thoughts on the show as a whole. And then my charges are a mess. We need to get into that as well. So
yeah, I saw that. I'm sorry.
A lot to talk about today on the show. Let's go ahead and start first with SEC Media Days. And really, T-Bag, there wasn't much like notable stuff that came out from SEC Media Days, right? But the biggest thing is that the Big Ten and the SEC are feuding right now. Actually, to me, it kind of feels like a one-sided beef right now. It's just the Big Ten is not happy with the SEC, and the SEC is like, we don't care kind of mode. But it all stems from the Big 12 wanting the SEC, or the Big Ten wanting the SEC to add another conference game to make it 9 total conference games on their schedule before they agree to the 16-team playoff terms.
I love it. It's being kind of in the back seat. We're in a 4-seat car here with the Big Ten and the ACC fighting about who gets to drive, and the ACC and the Big 12 kind of like the little brothers in the back, just kind of punching at each other, trying to fight over for the bag of cookies kind of thing. And I can admit that. I can admit it. You're kind of crazy to say it's not, even if you're like, well, you play the games for the reason. The Big 12 can advance to a national championship like we saw with TCU or something. Sure. But when we're just talking the powers that be, power that is, the Big Ten and the SEC are in the driver's seat. That's reality. So I like that the two big dogs right now are fighting, because it's like, you guys fight amongst each other and, just have at it and hate each other, because as long as you guys aren't united, like, that could be a good thing for everyone. Because if you guys unite and you want to go over here and leave people back here, that's where we might get some sticky issues in the sport we know.
Yeah.
What would be, obviously they would take teams in the Big 12 and the ACC to come with them. But I don't think we all want that as a society, as a college football world. So I love it. The SEC does need to play 9 conference games. Everyone does it now. The ACC used to not. They do now. The Big 10 does. The Big 12 does. Everyone does it. And Carey.
Well, and here's where I differ from you. I don't think the SEC does need to play 9 conference games, because year after year after year, the SEC is the best conference in college football. They have the most, how do I say this? Will sound like an idiot. They have the most best teams in their conference right now. Look, the Big Ten's won the last 2 national championships. I'm not going to sit here and put them down as well. But if you look top to bottom at the SEC, it is better than top to bottom of the Big Ten.
Yeah. And that's not why I want the SEC to play 9 conference games. I just want them to do it because it's better for the sport. And, like, for example, Carey the other day was talking about, well, look at the SEC's out-of-conference schedule. OU's playing Michigan. Alabama's playing Florida State. And he started naming all these teams playing someone in the non-conference. Like, Carey, every team, for the most part, not Indiana, which, did you see what they did, by the way?
Yeah, that's
Virginia? You're scared of Virginia? Like, you didn't have Notre Dame on there. Anyway, if you saw it, Indiana canceled their upcoming series with Virginia to play.
They canceled basically every power
for FCS.
Game,
for Kent State, Miami of Ohio, and then Eastern Illinois Popcorn State.
Yeah.
as Bob Stoops used to call them. But it's better for the sport. And with a 12-team playoff, a 16-team playoff, I understand why you would want everyone to play 9 conference games. If that's where we're going to go, you want everyone to be playing the same amount of conference games because everyone in the SEC gets one automatic win a year because of that rum-dum November game everyone plays. So I
Yeah.
understand it from the Big Ten's point of view.
Maybe it's just because I've been a Greg Sankey guy for the longest time now. As an SEC homer at this point in my life. Just ride or die for the Southeastern Conference. Just means more.
I hope Kerry
But yeah,
Murdoch is listening right now because, dude, he's full on jumped on the SEC bandwagon. I'll tell you that much.
yeah. I mean, who wouldn't, right? But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is all dumb and stupid, and they'll eventually come to an agreement of some sorts.
Or here's the best solution, Preston. We go back. We play a 12-game schedule, okay, and we have 6 10-team conferences that are all regional and all fairly. Obviously, the southeastern part is going to be a little bit different because
Yeah,
all those schools down there are massive. But you add Oklahoma back in with Nebraska, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, Missouri, Colorado. Boom, little square right there, like the old Big Eight. We do that all around. No, you can win the conference in the regular season or whatever. Then we have a playoff, and also everyone plays 9 conference games, and then you have to play one team from from another conference, and then you can
yeah.
play whoever else you want in those other 2 games. It is
Here's the
wow.
here's the issue with that, Teabag, is that makes too much damn
It
sense.
makes too much sense. And also, you know what the other issue is? They're going to be making like 40 million instead of 60 million.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the other issue,
That extra 20
which is a
million.
lot of
Hey,
money. But
yeah.
whenever you're a sport based off Preston, you know why I love soccer, European soccer? It's
Why
not
is
because
that?
I'm a soccer head. It's not because I'm a soccer like I know X's and O's of soccer. I know that I don't. I played soccer growing up. I understand the game too a little. The reason I love it is because it is not some corporate greed bums running the show. It is pure sport. Yes, there are aspects that they do for money, Club World Cup and stuff. But guess what? Those players got 60. They had $60 million. Chelsea got $60 million to split amongst them for winning that thing. So
Yeah,
pretty good consolation prize. It is for the people. It is a sport for the people. And I get in America, you're not going to get that in your professional sports. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But in my college sports, this is supposed to be for the people. Everyone has a college team, whether it's the University of Oklahoma with 7 national championships or it's the University of Wyoming, knowing you're never going to be in the mix really whatsoever, but you love them. That's what I love, and I think that's what most people want. But the powers that
yeah.
be just want to ruin all the fun. Sorry, you got me on a soapbox right there.
No, I love it. I love it. It's just something that I saw the other day, and um, that nut job Eli Drinkowitz from Missouri was like, "Why don't we just do 30
Oh,
teams? I think 30 teams would work." Like, I'm not looking. I'm not a math guy, but I don't think 30 teams works out
no,
mathematically.
12 is perfect. Honestly,
Yeah,
16 what I could live with, but 12 is perfect.
yeah,
Realistically, there's 6 teams that can win a national championship. Sometimes like 4. Sometimes there's one, like
yeah,
LSU in 19 or something. No one was going to beat them. Not one team was going to beat them.
yeah. No, I'm with you. There's normally, um, like you said, just a handful of teams that can win a national championship year to year. So I think 12 to 16 is the number, because once you get to 32 or something like
You
that,
have 8 and 4 teams make it in the fold. Eight
yeah,
and four
yeah,
teams. Like, come
yeah,
on.
like that haven't even sniffed the top 25 all year and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That would just, while I like to watch all the football I can, right? That would just kind of be disgusting at times
No.
watching.
I look, maybe I might get rich and might get my football card taken away from me. I'd still watch the games gladly,
Yeah,
but you're not going to get fired up for a number 23 versus number 30 round 2
no,
matchup in early December on a Tuesday afternoon or something.
no,
You're just not.
I'm not gonna be,
You're not. It's
oh,
not going to do it for you.
yeah. Louisville's playing, Cal for for a chance to go to the round of whatever.
Yeah, the round of
Uh,
16, and it's
yeah,
Tuesday morning, December 8th at 11
yeah,
a.m. You're like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, we're at a good spot right now.
I'm with you on that.
And every game on
Um,
campus. That's but for we can worry about that later. But then
yeah.
every game on campus after that, except national
Um,
championship.
Other funny things that I saw from SEC media days: the SEC played the A&M fight song for Texas
Yeah,
head coach Steve Sarkisian. I thought that was funny. Let's see. Brent Venables thanked, I think, everyone in the state of Oklahoma. His opening address at SEC Media Days kind of seemed
yeah, he
like he
gave
was.
Unadvised Pod a shout out.
Yeah. He said, yeah, Preston and T-Bag. Yeah, shout out to those guys, the great work they do. But it did seem like he thanked literally everyone in the state of Oklahoma because I think he knows what this year means for him and his job. And he's a nice guy too. We'll say that. So,
Where's your confidence level at right now, or your
um,
optimism level? Not even confidence, just your optimism.
I don't really know because I need to see like some action like on the field, right? Because right now all I've done is like hear these guys talk, right? Like if I'm basing on what these guys are talking about, I'm like, okay, yeah, they're gonna be pretty good this year. Because I like everything that John Mateer has said. Like I heard R. Mason Thomas the other day, the things that he said. Obviously they're all trained to say the right thing, right? It's kind of like at Big 12 media days when everyone's trying
Mhm.
to figure out who's going to be the quarterback at Oklahoma State, and those guys are so buttoned up, they're not letting anything leak from that. So I don't know, cautiously optimistic, maybe. I guess I would say I do think there's a good chance Oklahoma is 5-0 headed into the Cotton Bowl to take
Yeah,
on Texas. Um,
then you win
I
that game, and ooh,
yeah, who knows what can happen
mhm.
after that? But I just think that Michigan game is where we're going to learn a whole lot about the Oklahoma
Yeah.
Sooners this year.
Yeah, I'm more of a believer, I think, now in OU than what I was. And by believer, I mean like, okay, I think there's a window. Do I think they're going to get there? Would I bet on it? No,
Yeah,
but I think there's a real window for them to get 10-2 and make the playoff because when you the schedule, let's pull up the schedule because like when you kind of really break it down, it's a lot of preseason top 25 teams, but there's a lot of question marks with those teams.
yeah.
Ole Miss, they're going to be preseason top 25 because it's Ole Miss. Are they going to finish top 25? I don't know. So, all right, I have their schedule right here. So, I mean, like you said, let's just say they start 5-0. They beat off. That's them beating Michigan and Auburn, which I think a lot of us think is very possible, even
Yeah.
if they go 8-4. We think that is a possibility. Texas, you got
I
Texas and South Carolina back to back weeks.
they lose.
They lose one.
Yeah.
Let's just say they go 1-1.
And it wouldn't surprise me if they lost both because I think highly of South Carolina this year.
Let's say they go 1-1.
Yeah.
So then you're 6-1 going to Tennessee. Tennessee's a winnable game, very
Yeah.
winnable. Their offense has a bunch of question marks this year.
Well, and before that is Ole Miss, who the hell knows about Ole Miss this year, right? I mean, they lost a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch last year, so who knows about
It,
them? But yeah, you're right with Tennessee. Who's going to be their quarterback?
yeah, I mean, like, how are they just an 8-4? They obviously are going to be good. Like they're going to be an eight
Yeah,
and four, 9-3 team, but that's a beatable team. Um, then you have Alabama. Let's just say you lose Alabama. Then you're 8-2 going into Missouri at home, who I think that might be the ass kicking of all ass kickings for OU. I think there's a chance.
well, especially
Um,
after last
even if the
year's
scoreboard doesn't
fiasco.
show it, yeah, even if the
Yeah,
scoreboard doesn't show it, like I think that we talked about that earlier. Carrie's like, yeah, the players, fans, everyone's gonna be hungry for that game.
yeah.
Carrie said they could have no wins at that point, and fans are gonna show up hungry for that game. And then you got LSU at home to close it out. Like it's not crazy to think that OU can go 10-2 as long as the defense does what we think it's going to do, which we have reason to believe it will. They did it
Yeah,
last year to a certain degree. Offense did it help them out, keeping them off the field. And then if just John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle are just a competent offense together, which is a question mark, but if
yeah,
they are, there's a real window for it. And the more we kind of break it down, maybe it's just all the homerism coming into the station. Uh, the more I am like, I can see it happening. Would I bet
yeah.
on it? No. I'm like, there's a real chance though.
Another thing I heard R. Mason Thomas say this to Mark Rogers the other day is that 5-star tackle Michael Fasusi is a stud. Basically, is what he said, and that's something that you like to hear because
Mhm.
that offensive line was dreadful last year. So, last thing I have on SEC media days, shout out Mark Rogers for going to Magic City,
Yeah,
getting the wings.
he because so he tweeted out the picture. I said should have ate inside.
Yeah.
And then did you see this, Preston?
I saw the
Uh,
picture that he tweeted out.
so he I tweeted back at him. I said should have ate inside because he could tell it was in his car.
Yeah.
And he said nope, as we discussed earlier, because he was on this morning show talking about it. He's like taking it to go, or he said nope, as we discussed earlier, ate out. And I was like, you are setting me up big time right now, Mark Rogers.
Um, yeah, I think eating wings in a strip club is all right. I one time witnessed a guy having a full steak dinner like right in on Pervert Row, and I'm like, that's a bit much, don't you think,
I,
man?
I've never been to a gentleman's club that has like a bar and restaurant in it,
Yeah.
like bar grill kind of thing in it.
Well,
Maybe I have and I just don't know, but
like we discussed on Saturday, I guess it was the Yellow Rose in Austin. It's a different place. So
Preston
um
wouldn't know. He's just heard from friends.
yeah. That's what my people have told me. So yeah. But other than that, anything else that you've seen from SEC media days?
Uh, who was it that? Well, Eli Drinkwitz was weird too.
He just seems like a
Uh,
cornball to me, man. Just like a
God,
weird
there
dude.
was something. Yeah, he started off with talking about Epstein files. Like, dude, what are we doing?
He
That
seems
was
like
like
the
one
guy
of the
that
second
tries.
sentence out of his
Yeah,
mouth.
he tries too hard to like be. Hip isn't the word I want to say, but like I guess cool, like around his players. Where there's
Yeah,
no way I could play for him.
no, they'd have to pay me a lot of money.
Yeah,
There was something pressing, but we'll come back to it if I think of it.
yeah, we'll circle back around to that. All right, the new Thunder Arena. If I can get this right, they came out with the designs at the. Oh, well, what was it that?
It was like a state of the city or
Yeah,
something.
State of the City that Mayor David Holt did. First of all, it looks awesome. It
Yeah,
looks great. It's got like obviously at this point, I would imagine everyone has seen it at this point. It's got all glass outside, like some nice wood
the
looking,
wood is beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful, and that's meant to create more like the sound that escapes. It's meant to
yeah,
like bounce it back in. That's what the
good.
architect
That's the
said.
one thing I worry about is like
He said
Paycom Center is so loud at this point. Like this next building needs to be like even louder.
look, here's the thing, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you this building's going to be louder. I know they're making it to be louder, but like the architect said, he goes, it all comes out to the fans, and he's like, and I think like yours
Yeah,
loudness will travel, and he's like, we put into consideration like we want to keep like the city wants to keep this a very loud arena.
yeah,
I will say this though. There's gonna be no aura like the Paycom Center in a playoff game. Like
yeah,
we got 3 more runs, baby, and you better embrace them because a playoff game, just the visuals, this everything about it is just it just
yeah.
reeks of aura.
No, one hundred
And
percent.
I still think it's going to travel. So it's just it's just the old barn.
Yeah. It's going to be smaller yet bigger than Paycom Center, meaning there's going to be less seats, but there's going to be more square feet.
Which a lot of people have asked why, and that's just a trend.
Yeah,
All venues, even football stadiums, are going to like football stadiums are like yeah, they're like 60,000 for games. They can expand up to like 80,000 if
yeah,
needed with standing room and this that the other. But even like football stadiums now, outside of really probably college, you just expand all the time.
hmm
But professional sports stadiums and like college basketball arenas too, like it's a trend just to not make them
yeah.
bigger than what they were before.
No, 100%. Plus, I mean, you're going to most of these games. It's costing you, a minimum
Yeah,
of like
with
$100
the
to get in. Yeah,
it's because like we all know the cost for all these games is expensive,
yeah,
and secondly, the at home viewing experience has never been better and never been easier.
yeah. No, 100%. The outside though does look cool. It looks like it's kind of going to be like a continuation of like the botanical gardens that'll be across the
Yes, it looks
street.
beautiful,
Yeah, with
beautiful.
all the plants and trees and stuff like that. So that looks awesome, and it looks like there's going to be an underground is where the shop will be, the team
Yeah.
store. Looks like that's going to be
There's big
underground.
staircases and bridges and
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, it's
Um,
fancy. Look at us.
and then I don't know if this is what's going to happen, but looking at the concepts that they put out, it looks like they are going to tear down Paycom Center.
Yeah.
And when they do, it looks like they might try and build like a little district there for people, before games and after games and stuff like that.
It's gonna be like that whole area is gonna be unrecognized. Like if you were
Yeah.
gonna flash forward to 10 years from right now to see what it looks like, we're gonna be holy shit.
Yeah.
Like
No, 100%.
it's gonna be crazy. Like it's so cool. It's
Yeah.
so cool that like our city is growing day by day, and we've seen it, especially people over the last 25, 30 years, and we've seen a presence as much as we've grown up here,
Yeah.
especially in the last 15 years, how much we've seen it. And to have a brand new arena in one of those districts that go along with the arena, because most major cities have those districts.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to one, it's not somewhere you want to go on just a Saturday night if nothing's going on or something. It's pricey. It's not your local watering hole.
Yeah.
So, but it's great for tourism, and it's great for pre and post game activities, and it's great for the city. It's great for everything. So I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked.
Yeah. We just need to get that dirty, nasty looking parking lot across the street from Paycom Center or something built there.
Spinozzi calls them a horrible family every morning, so he's got you. He says that horrible family needs to sell it. I
Yeah.
guess he knows who owns it and was just like, "Yep, they're horrible."
Yeah. No, 100%. Speaking of like,
Oh,
go ahead.
one more thing from the renderings of are we staying on the topic?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I like how on the inside, like where the seating is, the court is, they ran the ball, Preston. They didn't go too fancy. They took away or they added like a wall almost like what the Clippers have. I like
Yeah.
that. Um, it's nice, it's modern, but it's basic, which I like. I'm not ripping the Thunder. I like that. My favorite thing is Loud City, the third course, because if you look at some of these new arenas, they make the upper deck about that big. There's not
Yeah.
a lot of because they like to put all the other seats at the bottom, so they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, you're on a better view, so we're going to charge you more money." The Thunder kept it bigger, Loud City, which is vital to Thunder games. Loud
Mhm.
City is where the energy comes from, and it's not going to price out fans that you guys know what I mean by price out fans.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
get priced out at a certain point, but you guys know what I mean. To the best of their abilities, and they just ran the ball up there, and he's got a regular bowl of Loud City. I love it because if you look at some of these other arenas, they just have like the sides of the arena with an upper deck and then nothing in the back,
No,
and it's to have more expensive tickets.
I'm with you on that. Got to get all the people you can in there. And plus, Loud City is kind of like a thing now
Yeah,
at this
it's like
point.
a staple. It's like a
Yeah,
staple. So I'm glad they kept that in there.
yeah. All right. Anything else on the arena before we move on to the MLB All-Star Game?
I think we got it.
All right. Um,
Big League City, baby.
yes, yes. MLB All-Star Game continues to be the best All-Star game in
Mhm.
sports. It is always electric because the guys care. And then we had the swing off, which was a pretty neat thing. Kyle Schwarber wins it for the NL. The biggest thing I took away from this, I got home last night, and my roommate was like, "Yeah, man, I bet on the NL to win the game, but it turns out they counted it as a tie, so he just got his money refunded and didn't technically win his bet."
But they did win the game.
That's what I was thinking. I
You
was like,
know,
"That's so stupid."
it was like a baseball overtime. I loved it.
Yeah.
I got home. I
Um,
was at dinner. I got home. I was so confused, and I texted Curtis, and I was like, "Am I crazy or am I watching a home run derby right now?"
yeah. It is like a
I
mini
was I
home
was
run derby. Yeah.
genuinely confused. I was like,
Yeah.
"It says All Star Game."
Yeah. And people were wondering, like, where the hell was Aaron Judge or was Shohei Ohtani? Those dudes were on private jets going to wherever they're spending their next couple of days. As soon as they were out of the game, they were out of there and gone, which I can't blame them
No, you know,
too much.
they need to. And I get that they can't because, and I get the logistics of baseball has always been like this.
Yeah.
you got to give the guys more than like the guys that make the All-Star game more than like a 2-day break.
Yeah.
You got to give them like at least 3 full days or something, an
Yeah.
extended weekend. You know,
Well, yeah, because they play up until like Saturday. I think they played. They have
Sunday, some
Okay, so they
Sunday,
Sunday, and then they have the home run derby obviously on Monday, and then the All-Star game on Tuesday. So
and then back playing.
uh,
What games start back up tonight or tomorrow?
I believe tomorrow. I
So
think
yeah,
today is the last day
that's
of the break.
two. It's 2 full days. You got to give
Yeah,
come back Saturday. The season can
yeah,
go long one more day.
yeah. And look, I don't think there's too many eyeballs begging to watch Major League Baseball at the moment either. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that's what I had on the MLB All-Star game. It's just it's the Midsummer Classic is what they call it. It's awesome to watch. The home run derby is awesome. I picked the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, to win. I didn't expect him to get into the second round by a mere fraction of inches on the home run derby, but he did. And so I was like, all right, at least he made it there. And then I loved it because after he was like, honestly, this day was like so much better for my 15-year-old brother because he got so many more followers on Instagram, and he got to meet Livy Dunn. And I was like, that just seems like the ultimate 15-year-old day right there.
Yeah, he's got the best nickname in sports too, Big
Yeah,
Dumper.
big dumper.
And the guy that robbed the home run just
Yeah.
they should.
That-
Was it you that tweeted out like you should make that a rule?
yeah. Make
Yeah,
it a
I was
rule that
like,
if they rob the home run, then it doesn't count.
yeah,
I mean,
that'd be
that would
awesome.
be awesome. Like
Imagine,
why?
oh my god,
And not to mention their kids out there.
people
I mean,
probably be dying out there just diving
yeah,
on their necks.
the oldest like person out there is probably what 15 years old. Like they're not like a bunch of 30-year-old dudes
Yeah,
out there shagging balls. So let the
you
kids
got
have some fun.
probably got Zach Hampton out there somewhere.
Yeah, well, screw him. He's not the best of guys. So all right, the ESPYs last night. Shea wins best male athlete. Shout out to him. They had to hit the dump button on him a couple times during his speech, so I'm not quite sure what he said. And then it starts, and look, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because Shane Gillis was the host.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to see
see.
him. Oh, you
I'm
are?
going to see him tomorrow night. Yeah.
Same.
Um,
I try to get tickets to the station like you're a day late, dude. I was
yeah.
like, damn it. So I'm buying some.
They weren't too bad. So
Yeah.
so I was like, he's one of my favorite comedians. I'll watch a little bit. Obviously, going to see him tomorrow night as well. So, and it was one of those things that you don't really get too often on social media, where it's like a great divide, where it's no one's in the middle. It's either you hated it or you loved it. And that's what I love about social media is like sometimes we get that great divide where it's like there's no one in the middle that was like, yeah, some of his jokes were good, some of his jokes were bad, which that's what I thought. I'm just not one of the lunatics that has to go out and tweet all my
Yeah,
thoughts
like
out
the Deshaun
constantly.
Watson joke, I didn't think was like that funny.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, I didn't write it, but like there was a couple ones where like, and I like it making fun of Deshaun Watson. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. It's like, oh, just saying I just don't think it landed well. But all together, like he crossed he for the SB standards and
Yes.
Disney standards, he got up to the line. And he put his toe over it a couple times.
Oh yeah,
And
he
that's what I
crossed
liked.
that line.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what you get with the comedian coming
Yes.
in. Right.
And that's
So,
entertainment. That
yeah.
is I was entertained because of Shane last night. I
Yeah.
could have give a bleep. I didn't even know the Thunder were going to be there last night. In all honesty, I didn't even know Shea was up for
Yeah.
the award.
I didn't either. I had
Summer
absolutely no
Shea
clue.
trophy. For Shea
Yeah,
was
just
fun.
it continues on, right?
Mhm.
He keeps winning all these damn trophies. So, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Again, just the great divide that we don't get too often on social media, where there's no one in the middle. It's every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has to get all their thoughts out there. And none of them are right. They're all wrong. I mean, it was funny, and there was some stuff that was
People
not
just
funny.
complain about anything and everything. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's always the worst people known to mankind making dumb points on both sides. So
And like the thing about Shane too, I never understood like when people are like, "Oh, it's like Shane seems like the most like normal, accepting guy out there.
yeah,
Like if you met him and you're cool, no matter what you black,
yeah,
white, boy, girl, whatever you are, he's gonna accept you as long as you're cool. Because that's just the kind of guy he's like. You cool? You drink beer? Let's go. Like, and I think that's why Shane can get away with so much of what he does is because he is just one of those guys where it's like he doesn't actually mean it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like, was he getting all too much there? But no, he full on was, and that's what people. That's why I'm like, you guys are just miserable, and
Yeah.
this guy's just watch 5 seconds of his stand up, and you'll
Yeah.
understand like where he comes from.
The joke he made about his buddy Matt's wife being a
Yes,
4-time WNBA All-Star, that had me rolling
and
for a
if
good
you're a
minute.
WNBA fan, you gotta laugh because you gotta be like, yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
are cosplaying as WNBA fans right now.
Yeah. 'Cause
Like that's part of the joke. Is people are like, oh, I'm a WNBA fan because I follow Caitlin Clark. It's like,
well, and I had no clue, and then they popped the camera on like Matt and his wife, and I'm like, okay, I know that's his his best friend
yeah.
and his wife. So I caught on to it real quick, but yeah, it was pretty funny. So I'm excited to see him tomorrow night here in Oklahoma City. So should be a good time. And then last topic, my Chargers. We're in disarray right now, T-Bag. Mike Williams retires after literally signing a contract earlier this summer with the Chargers. He was going to be on the pup list to start camp.
Does he have to take? Like, does he have to give like the signing bonus back or anything?
I have no clue. I'll
Because
have
it's
to
like
look into
I
that.
would do that before I retired.
Yeah, just
Sign a
sign.
contract, even if it's like a 10K signing bonus or
Yeah,
whatever it is. I'm gonna get free
I
cash.
say I don't think it was like a massive contract, but he did sign like a 1 or 2 year contract to be back with the Chargers. But he's going to retire. And then our starting running back almost blows his eye out with a firework on the 4th of July, Najee Harris. So he's gone the physically unable to perform list to start camp as well. And I had another point. Trey Davis, the second round wide receiver they had drafted, was holding out, but he signed a contract today. So I took that off the list. So that at least calmed the storm a little bit. But it's rough times right now. I texted my roommate who's a Chargers fan as well, and I was like, we're screwed. We might not win a game this year.
Justin Herbert, Jim
Yeah.
Harbaugh, run the ball. Run the ball.
Yeah. And the sick ass new uniforms that they have.
Yeah, the yellow ones.
So,
Those are cool.
I don't so much like the yellow ones, but the navy uniforms. I'm a big fan of the color navy blue. So those uniforms are pretty sick.
Those are awesome with the navy blue lightning.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to comprehend my NFL team yet. I've been thinking about college football.
I'm the same way, but
NFL
I just all
season
this
will start
news
for me in
keeps
about a
hitting.
week. I think like once training camp starts, that's like when NFL kind of starts for me. It's like media days, It's like Big 12 media day starts. Like, all right, football started.
Yeah.
Once training camp starts for the NFL, and that's just going to be. Not that I have like high expectations for the Bears this year, Preston, but it's kind of a monumental year for the direction Chicago's going to go in.
No, 100%, and they should be pretty fun to watch this year, I think. But yeah, it's one of those things where you finally right now we're in the thick of summer, and once that first episode of Hard Knocks drops, you're like, oh shit, we're getting close now.
Who is Hard Knocks this year?
Good question. I have no clue. Off the top of my head, I have no clue.
2025.
Because I thought they were supposed to do it with Belichick at UNC.
Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that should be pretty fun. Might get to see some of their new stadium that's being built as well, which, by the way, that's not a dome, which I get why Buffalo didn't build a dome to use the cold to their advantage. But, man, if I'm a fan, I'd be like, dog, let's put a roof on this thing.
Dude, Preston, if you're from Buffalo, you would not be asking for a roof.
That is true,
I mean, I'm not saying you're not a man right now, and I'd be the same way, but we'd be 10 times manlier about the cold weather if we were.
That is very true. I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm like, dude, I don't even like being in the stands at a football game when it's like 32 degrees out.
No, like it's like I remember like bundling up for Bedlam, and it's like 35 degrees out. It's like I got a long sleeve, I got a hoodie, then I got a jacket. Yeah. I mean, if we were from Buffalo, I'd be like, what are you, P word?
Yeah, I'd be wearing shorts and a tank top on 32 degree weather. Yeah.
Drinking beer with ski gloves on.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
All right. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else before we wrap this thing up?
I think we got it all.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. We'll be back at some point later in the week or next week. I'm Preston Poole. That's Tyler Adams. Thanks for watching. If you missed any of it, obviously you can go back on YouTube and watch it, or we're going to post this on the podcast page at sportsanimal.com. unadvised.com. Until next time, everyone have a good one and a safe weekend. See you.